a civil society organization, has identified polarization as a challenge in the civil society sector. At the launch of the policy document on the subject in Abuja on Monday, stakeholders in the sector stressed the need to address polarization before it undermines the work of civil society organizations. Correspondent Nasiru Usman has the reports.
To strengthen social accountability in the civil society space, a non-governmental organization, Thoughts and Maize Advisory, stated that polarization, though right now at a low level in Nigeria, should be tackled before it becomes an obstacle to realizing the goals of civil society organizations. The policy document, which was launched, is titled Divided We Stand, Interrogating Perceptions of Polarization among CSOs in Nigeria.
So I'm very pleased to launch the document and to present it not only to civil society, but to Nigeria and to West Africa, and to say, let's get a copy of this. I believe it's free. Yeah, we've supported it. So let's digest it and let's use it to make our work more productive.
For the civil society organization to achieve their goals in the sector and have a voice that is unfragmented, the document serves as a roadmap for the CSOs to achieve a common goal at the end of the day.
So this document provides a roadmap in terms of how we can collaborate together. One of the recommendations is improved dialogue. So we realize that half the time when you have meetings, these meetings are not really aligned with forming togetherness within the sector.
The West African Regional Director for Ford Foundation, Dr. Chichi Anyagolu, commended Thoughts and Maize Advisory for doing a great job to conduct research on polarization among CSOs in Nigeria. She added that for a change to happen among the CSOs, data is needed to carry out constructive development research.
It's been difficult conversations because it's easy to point fingers at other people, but to be able to have a conversation in which we're looking at ourselves is not the easiest. So I want to commend them for their professionalism, for their ability, to navigate this conversation without further conflict, and to be able to produce a document that will last the test of time. So data is important, and I will ask that, one of the things that we do in civil society is to ensure that we participate, in research and in data-related matters.
The program's manager for Thoughts and Maize Advisory, Joy Ekanem Babasola, provided a detailed insight to the findings of the research.
Our objective was really simple: to unpack the finding and discuss actionable recommendations and refine our collective commitment to unity and collaborations within the sector. We polled 134 CSO leaders and 908 CSO beneficiaries about their perspective, their triggers, the manifestations, and the recommendations on polarization.
A panel discussion followed the presentation of the policy document and research outcome, and some of the participants spoke on their impression.
The civil society is not immune of the general challenges that Nigerians go through because we are all products of the society. And so the polarization that we see in the larger society, we equally see some traces within the CSO. And so what we're doing today is to address it so that we do not lose track and allow it to become a major source of concern and a threat to our corporate existence.
So I think my major takeaway from this program and all the conversations that we've had here today would be that there is hope. And in as much as there's a looming fear around polarization in the civil society space, there is hope to salvage whatever is going on, and it's not an entirely hopeless situation.
I think one of the greatest takeaways from the conversations, and especially from the panel and hearing everybody speak and contribute, has to be around looking at what is already existing and then how to work with it. So the idea is there are certain challenges and gaps that exist, but some of them are born out of the way we are or the way we behave as a society. How can we take advantage of some of those things and use it for the benefit of our organizations, for the benefit of development in the country? So the idea is look at the assets, what is already existing, how can you leverage these things? So that's one of the biggest takeaways.
The policy document on polarization will be similarly launched in Kano, Lagos, and Enugu. Thought and Maize Advisory focuses on supporting public institutions to serve their beneficiaries better and address policy and legislative framework that undermine the civil space, innovation, and democratic practices. In Abuja, I am Nasiru Usman for Signature TV.
The Edo State Governor, Mondo Kpebolo, has condemned the recent attacks in the state, which has said have claimed 24 lives. In a statement by his chief